The sun is just a rumor behind a thick blanket of fog. It's dawn at Gettysburg. The air is heavy, wet and cold. It clings to you, seeps into your bones. This mist isn't just water vapor, it feels like a shroud covering the rolling hills and silent cannons. Monuments stand like stone sentinels guarding memories of the dead. You stand alone as the world holds its breath, the weight of history pressing down. The silence here is a lie, filled with something ancient and profound. Can the voices of the fallen still be heard on this hallowed ground? That question draws people here, historians, tourists, and paranormal investigators like myself. This isn't just a park. It's an open-air graveyard, every inch consecrated with blood, sweat, and tears. The energy here is off the charts, a vortex of fear, courage, pain, and loss. We believe intense human emotion leaves a psychic scar on the land, so we stand here, waiting, watching, listening. We're not just looking for ghosts, we're looking for proof. Proof that a fragment of these soldiers remains tethered to the place where their lives ended. We ask the question directly to the spirits. We hold up our recorders and cameras, daring them to speak. We want a sign that they're still here, their stories waiting to be told. The mist begins to thin, but the feeling remains. The ground beneath us is charged with memory. Every step is a step into the past. Here, the line between worlds feels thin, and the echoes in the mist are waiting for someone to listen. To understand the hauntings, you have to understand the horror. July 1863, the bloodiest battle on American soil. Union and Confederate armies clashed here in a cataclysm of violence. Over 3 days, 165,000 soldiers fought with brutal intensity. Devil's Den, Little Round Top, the Wheatfield. Names now legendary for carnage. Imagine the roar of artillery, the crack of rifles, the screams of the wounded. When the smoke cleared, over 51,000 men were casualties. The fields were littered with bodies, the town overwhelmed. Every building became a makeshift hospital. The smell of death lingered for weeks. This immense suffering is the source of the paranormal energy. Trauma so extreme it ripped a hole in reality. We believe such events create powerful residual hauntings, psychic recordings replayed over and over. But we also seek intelligent spirits, soldiers confused, lost, unable to move on. They are the ones we hope to reach. Their stories are not finished. When darkness falls on Gettysburg, the real work begins. The battlefield transforms, tourists gone, silence charged. We gear up, armed with technology, not weapons. Our mission: capture evidence of the paranormal. Digital audio recorders for EVP, electronic voice phenomena. We ask questions into the void, hoping for a voice from another dimension. EMF meters detect energy spikes, signs of a spirit's presence. We sweep the ground, calling out to the unseen. Patience and respect guide us. We're here to document, not provoke. Night vision cameras watch for shadow figures or strange lights. Spirit boxes scan radio frequencies, creating white noise for spirits to manipulate. Every tool is a line cast into the unknown. Sometimes the silence is all we get, but sometimes something answers back. And that's why we keep searching. The evidence we seek is often subtle, a whisper, a fleeting shadow. But sometimes what comes through is so clear, it chills you to the bone. Gettysburg's EVPs are among the most compelling ever recorded. Not random noise, but intelligent responses, voices filled with emotion. Imagine standing in the wheat field asking, "Is there anyone here?" and hearing, "Get back in line," a command from another era. Near Little Round Top, a voice cries, "I'm hit!" Pain and shock echoing through time. Other recordings capture cannon fire, a lone drum, or desperate whispers, "He's gone. Water. Need water." These aren't just sounds, they're fragments of tragedy. They bypass history books, delivering the raw experience of the soldiers. "Look out for the sharpshooter," recorded near Devil's Den, matches the history perfectly. The specificity, the emotion, it all lines up. These are the voices of Gettysburg. They have a story to tell. We just have to listen. The past is not silent here. It speaks, if you're willing to hear. Not everyone believes these are voices of the dead. For every believer, there's a skeptic grounded in logic and science. They challenge us to find rational answers before leaping to the supernatural. Skeptics argue our brains find patterns pareidolia hearing words in random noise. They say EVPs are just stray sounds shaped by expectation. Technical glitches, radio signals, even our own breathing can contaminate recordings. Environmental sounds, car horns, wind animals are easily misinterpreted. The power of suggestion is strong in a place like Gettysburg. We're primed for the spooky. A cold spot is just a draft, a strange noise, just the wind. Skeptics believe the haunting is in our minds, a product of fear, hope, and imagination. Their doubts are part of the investigation. We must confront them. The search for truth demands it. Skeptics raise valid points, but believers find their explanations lacking. The evidence is too specific, too consistent, too emotional to dismiss. Our conviction comes from personal experience and decades of data. Class A EVPs, clear, direct responses are hard to explain away. If you ask, "What was your rank?" and hear, "Sergeant," that's not random static. Experienced investigators control for contamination, document every sound, use multiple recorders. We know the difference between wind and a whisper. When an EMF meter spikes in an open field as the temperature drops, it's hard to call it coincidence. The emotional impact of the evidence is real. The sheer volume of personal experiences can't be ignored. For believers, Gettysburg is haunted by the souls who perished here. The past lingers, waiting to be acknowledged. We've walked the misty fields, revisited the bloody history, and listened to chilling whispers from the other side. We've weighed the skeptic and the believer. Now the question is yours. What do you believe? Are these voices tricks of the mind or echoes of the fallen? The truth lies in your own investigation. The stories are out there, waiting to be found. The search for paranormal truth is a journey, not a destination. It takes an open mind and a willingness to step into the unknown. For many, the ghosts of Gettysburg are a profound reality. I urge you, listen to the evidence, visit the grounds, ask your own questions, stand in the darkness and listen. The voices are there. Are you brave enough to hear what they have to say?